They say it's not the load that breaks you down, it's the way you carry it. I carried mine in silence. Nights where the world was asleep and it was just me, my thoughts, and a dream I refused to let die. If you're grinding alone right now, this is where champions are made, and I want you to remember that. I hit the gym not to look good, but to survive. I pushed myself socially just to prove I wasn't a loser, and over time, the pain that almost broke me became the reason I built everything. You might be in a position in your life where you feel like things are impossible. Good things are impossible to happen for you right now. But I'm here to tell you that where I'm sitting today seemed impossible for me even 1 month ago. I never thought I would be in a place like this. Not because for most of the people it's easy to travel, but for me, it was something impossible. I had some problems. I couldn't travel for the last 3 years. My business was doing well, and I really wanted to travel to enjoy life, but there was something else written for me, so I wasn't able to travel. Long story short, your lowest points in life are the times that are going to determine what you actually become when you become a successful person. So, and I want you to think about it this way. Let's take one successful person, for example, because I look up to Andrew Tate. So I will use his example. What would you feel? What do you think how you will operate if you manage to get whatever Andrew Tate has? The cars, the woman, the money, the properties, every good thing that we see in his videos. What do you think would happen? Do you think you would be able to truly enjoy that? Absolutely not. Because with money comes responsibility and more stress. Because in life, when you are working hard on something, you aren't just trying to accomplish the end goal, the outcome, the sweet things. What matters most is that when you are working hard, you are teaching yourself how to be disciplined, how to be responsible, how to truly appreciate the outcome that you're going to get by working hard in the moment. Back to the example of Andrew Tate. You would absolutely fail and not be able to handle the stress that he goes through. I'm not bootlicking or sugarcoating anything. I love the guy. 99% of things about him are good. Of course, nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. The amount of stress you would have if you would have all of the materialistic things he has, the cars, woman, money, properties, whatever he has, you wouldn't be able to tolerate it because you wouldn't know how to deal with a criminal case on such a big level that the media all around the world is trying to catch him, put a bad name on him. Would you be able to tolerate that stress even for one day? You would literally shit your pants. Again, I'm not bootlicking, I'm talking about reality. I've went through legal things, my brother had, my family had, and I know even the little problems that occur, a legal case can put you in a totally different state of mind. It takes away your productivity. You can't be creative with your content, with whatever you're doing in life to make money, because you go from being productive to just trying to survive, trying to fight the legal case. So if you were to put yourself in his shoes and say that only if I had things what Andrew Tate has, I would be way more happy. I guarantee you, you would be miserable as fuck. You would be miserable as fuck. Off topic. This is my first time recording content in public. There's, literally 3-4 waiters here, servers. They're sitting and watching me. I'm trying my best. I like to create uncut videos, but I'm trying my best to focus on the camera. But it's a nice view, right? So stop admiring other people's success and just saying, I wish I had that, because you wouldn't last even 1 second in their shoes, because the things that they had to do in order to get there, was extremely stressful, difficult. You have to be responsible, you have to be disciplined. Now, I hope it's recording. Okay. Because when you come from a mindset of trying to build a nice body, trying to build a business, when you come from a very positive mindset, you can't actually go ahead and do it very well as compared to someone who has been extremely broke before, or who has been extremely fat or skinny before and has been bullied about it. They would have way more stronger drive and discipline and motivation as compared to motivation doesn't even count. Discipline counts. And as I'm speaking here, I told you it's my first time talking in public, I feel more confident. It's weird. Practice makes perfect. So the moment you suck at something in life and then you start to improve it, you have a different type of drive and motivation and discipline to do that. Because you don't want to have that shit feeling of whatever feeling you had, if you're fat or skinny, or if you're broke, can't afford to pay for a nice date with a beautiful girl. So when you come from a point where you have nothing in terms of body, fitness, health, financial, relationship-wise, then you work even harder, become more disciplined in order to accomplish those things, right? For me, I built a nice body, like literally out of nowhere, My goal wasn't to get big. My goal wasn't to eat healthy. The only thing that fueled my workouts was pain, endless pain, heartbreak, you name it, whatever negative thing there was. I wasn't sleeping well. I still don't sleep well. I still don't eat well. Still, I'm gaining muscle. I don't know how the fuck that happens, but what drives me, what keeps me going is pain. The fear of being called fat, because I was kind of fat, chubby kid. So I just remember the bullying or the words that you get called when I'm working out, and that's enough. Versus if there's a guy who's just trying to get fit, yeah, of course it works. But if there's a guy who's trying to get fit and he has never been bullied, he wouldn't have the same drive and motivation as me. Same thing you can take for dating, being socializing with people. If you grew up as a famous kid in high school, you would have no problem. You would, go days talking to people, not talking to people. It wouldn't affect you. But if you were not that famous kid in high school, you suffered with loneliness, with bullying, with not being the best looking guy, then it should force you, push you to start socializing more. I was living in a place, or I still live in a place because currently I'm traveling, but I still live where I come from. I live in a place where most of the people don't speak English, they don't run online businesses. And still, I'm not saying I'm the best, but you can see my communication skills and how I talk. It was purely practiced in loneliness and isolation. And that's what matters, because the whole point of me talking about this, when you come from a point of rejection, failure, and pain, and you're working towards something great, you're striving to be great, then you're just lucky because you have went through shit tons of trauma, pain, and failure and rejection, because it's going to force you. As compared to a guy who had rich parents, who had never had a breakup before, who has good genetics, right? Whatever that is. It's way hard for them to focus and be disciplined. So life can change in a moment. Yeah, I had no absolutely fucking idea. It's exactly 30 days ago that I would be sitting somewhere on a rooftop in Istanbul making this video. I swear to God, I had no absolute idea. Only if you come from a place of pain, rejection, it's way easier. At the same time, it's way harder for you to work on your goals and dreams. But because when you accomplish, how would I put this? But because when you start to see success and start to accomplish little goals, it just boosts up your self-confidence. If at the moment in life, right now, you are going to the gym because of heartbreak, pain, low self-confidence, very insecure about your body, keep going. Because 6 months down the line, if you're skinnier right now, you might just go there because of your shitty looks. But 6 months later, you will just look at yourself and be a totally different person. And then you will understand that all that self-hatred and pain has led me to having a very nice and fit body. So it was a very random video, not scripted. I just wrote down some bullet points. Just wanted to give this one message. Admire other people's success, spread love, don't envy them. But at the same time, don't say, I wish I had what they had. I wish I had what Andrew Tate had. I wish I had what Iman Gadzi had. I wish I had whatever all these people had, because you wouldn't be able to last even a couple of seconds, let alone minutes, because of the amount of stress that you have to go through. So for everyone, the timing is different. For everyone, the stress is different. And as Allah says in the Quran, it's God does not burden a soul beyond it can bear. Just have that in mind and stay strong and keep working hard.